We're here with head coach Dane Damron. Heading into this weekend, got Glenville State coming in, Glenville State College, homecoming 2016 here at UVa-Wise. 2 p.m. kickoff at Carl Smith Stadium. Coach, let's first start with last weekend, coming off the 51-point loss on the road to number 4 Shepherd University. Kind of how has the team responded, put that behind them, and focused on being prepared for this weekend with Glenville State?
Well, I think our kids understand just how far right now we are behind, the top team in our league. I wish I could spin it differently than that, but if you were there or watched it online, you saw Shepherd's that much better than us right now. And so we tried to get across to our kids that that's the fact. You have to deal with facts, and we just got to come and get to work this week and get ready for a very good Glenville State team. And I think our kids have responded so far through the week, and we're excited to play Saturday.
Coach, if you could talk a little bit about starting quarterback Bryson Lee. Still hasn't thrown a pick here in the first 3 games of the season. Kind of talk about his composure back there. Offensive line is something that's improved this year compared to last year.
Yeah, I don't think there's any doubt that our offensive line under the leadership of Mike Compton has done a good job. We're a long way from being where we want to be there, but they've definitely improved, and you can see that week to week. Bryson is definitely. I thought Bryson had a pretty good game Saturday. He was under tremendous pressure in some situations, but he handled that really well. I thought he showed some toughness. He showed some things that he hasn't shown the first 2 games, so I think it was a step in the right direction. And after going back and looking at that film, we did some really good things, and so it's just taking those things and just trying to build on them week to week.
You talked about doing some good things, back-to-back 100-yard rushing games as a team for the Cavs. How do you look to kind of continue that and improve even more, get up to 200 yards again?
Well, that's what we want to do. We want to be able to run the ball. We feel like if we can establish the run every game, we got a chance no matter who we're playing. And I think Griff and Latney have done a very good job. They're getting some tough yardage. We need to get some bigger chunk plays in the run game instead of just being 4-4-4 all the time. We need to get some bigger runs, get more explosive runs, 12-yard runs. And so that's what we're going to continue to try to do. And, we're just going to keep simplifying every week and just try to get really good at a few things and cast our lot and see what happens.
Get a talented Glenville State team coming in, the Pioneers. Secondary's really shined the past couple games. They've picked off 8 passes. The secondary's picked off 8 passes this season. We got defensive back Nick Lopez, who was just named Mountain East Conference Player of the Week yesterday, or 2 days ago, I should say. Defensive Player of the Week after his 3 picks in the game against Charleston. If you could just talk a little bit about them.
I think defensively, Glenville is very opportunistic. They've made plays when they've needed to make plays, as you alluded to right there. They've got 8 interceptions on the year. One thing, this sounds very, very simple, but a lot of DBs don't catch it when it's thrown to them, and they've had the ball thrown to them and they've caught it, and it's changed a lot of games. They forced 6 turnovers against Charleston, and so we've got to make sure that we protect the football, and I think that's paramount in every game you play. But this is a team that has thrived off turning the other team over, so we've got to make sure that we're good with the football.
Talk about kind of a little bit about their talent there. Glenville State 3-0 coming in. Another week, another undefeated team that y'all face here. If you could just talk about the challenge, in the Mountain East Conference with these teams. I think Fairmont State's the only undefeated team we haven't played here in the league. Kind of a tough start to the schedule.
No doubt. Of course, we knew that coming in when we looked at our schedule. We had no idea what Tusculum would be, just with a new coaching staff and wasn't real familiar with them. But you could look at the film and see that Notre Dame and Shepherd were going to be tall tasks, and I think we answered one of those calls against Notre Dame, had a chance to win, and I don't think we answered the bell against Shepherd. A lot of that had to do with Shepherd, but had a lot to do with us too. And then on to the next one, as you said, another undefeated team. But Luke, the thing about it is we're not worried about the team that's lined up across us, because we've got so much that we've got to get better at here. And every week I tell our guys, your opponent's who you see in the mirror. And we've got to make sure that we just put our best out there, because we can't control anything that Glenville State's going to do. Their coaches do a fine job of controlling what they're going to do. We're just going to try to control the guys in the gray and the red, and make sure that we go out there on Saturday with a homecoming crowd out there and just do the best we possibly can. But you know, Glenville's very good. We're going to have to play exceptionally well to beat them. There's no doubt about that. And so we're excited for that chance, and we look forward to having a great crowd and giving a great effort.
All right, thank you, Coach. Once again, Cavaliers taking on the Pioneers at Glenville State, 2 p.m. kickoff. Homecoming, come out for the festivities pregame, 2 p.m. kickoff at Carl Smith Stadium. Good luck, Coach.
Thank you, Luke.